Hey there, I'm Raquel Richards, and this is What Are You Drinking? The pod on alcohol. Before I start, I have to legally mention all opinions expressed on this podcast are not that of my employer. Now, let's talk vodka. Tito's vodka. What intrigued me when I first discovered Tito's back in 2016 was it was a craft vodka. This was a time in and around 2016 that craft beers were making a huge imprint. So what is considered a craft vodka? It's a non-industrial distilled vodka. There's a moral component to it, a sense of trying to do good on their own, and Titos has done just this. Titos, to this day, in 2022, still holds onto its branding as a craft vodka. However, I believe it has become a little bit more of an industrial vodka. Now, I say this because it's been available since 1995, and it's been featured on a lot of TV shows and films, and they've had a lot of product placement, similar to that of Smirnoff. Just not as much as Smirnoff because they haven't been around as much, but they get a lot of placement. And they're also available at mid-level shelf space when you are in the liquor store. There rarely seems to be ever a shortage, and there is a huge demand for it. I also say it may be industrial is because its founder, Bert Beveridge II, currently resides at number 622 on Forbes' richest people list with a net worth of $4.6 billion. Although Bloomberg estimates his fortune to be at $9.68 billion. It's crafty, but it may not be craft. So let's talk a bit about the taste of Tito's vodka. As I've mentioned, or as you can tell by now, it is one of my favorite vodkas, and the reason being is because I can drink it straight. I don't cringe. I don't gag. And for me, that's important. And, if you're doing a round of shots with some people on a vodka shots, you don't want to look like that guy who is like gagging and cringing, or you have to run off to the bathroom. You want to be able to take it strongly. And another reason why I can drink it straight is because it's distilled 6 times. The more times a spirit is distilled, the smoother it is. So let's check out why it is smooth. The aroma is clean, white peppery, and spirity with a faint hint of sweet corn. On the palate, it's sweet and creamy with cracked pepper. On the finish, it's hot black pepper and Brazil nuts. It's the Brazil nuts that smooth it out and make it easy to drink straight, at least for me. And also helps in its smoothness on top of its 6 times distillation. Now, for those who are gluten-free, you're in good hands here because Tito's handmade vodka is certified gluten-free by the Gluten-Free Certification Organization. Some vodka has a bit of mash added back into the spirit after distillation, which could add gluten, but Tito's doesn't. It's just made from pure corn. And when it comes to vodka, you get what you pay for, as pretty much with spirits in general. So Tito's does cost a couple of bucks more. I believe here in Ontario, it costs about $30. $32, and the average vodka you can get for about maybe $28. So paying that few extra bucks for something that is smoother, 6 times distilled, and has a lot of effort put into it, I suggest to give it a try. Now let's talk about their distillation process. Titos uses old-fashioned pot stills, which is what is used to make fine single malt scotches and high-end French cognacs. Now, Titos hasn't joined the flavored market, and I really hope that they don't because it will lessen their brand. However, much like a lot of vodkas start out, I do predict that Titos will offer up a flavored vodka within maybe the next 2 to 3 years. I say this because back in 1992-93, Tito Beveridge, Bert Beveridge's son, started making flavored vodka as gifts for friends. And history tends to repeat itself. Just saying. Now, if you're a dog person, then you got a dog vodka. This is one of the other reasons why I like Titos, because they have a program, Vodka for Dog People, which was started by Tito. where he spent late nights in his distillery trying and testing his process until he found a way to make his vodka. And we wasn't alone. Dog Joe, his dog, was always beside him. It was Dog Joe's companionship and loyalty that inspired the Vodka for Dog People program, which raises funds and curates partnerships with organizations that transport dogs from dangerous situations to safety. The program supports dog charities like Wings of Rescue and Emancipet, as well as the ASPCA. Now, Titos hasn't gone without some legal issues. So according to VinePair, Titos is secretive about its processes, and questions remain about the handmade, and I use that in air quotes, claim on the label. Multiple lawsuits have been filed suggesting Titos is now produced using an automated process instead of distilling in old-fashioned pot stills. The accusation cases have been settled out of court, and the latest decision prevented corporate secrets from being published in public documents. A reporter from Forbes described being ushered away from massive buildings containing floor-to-ceiling stills when visiting the distillery back in 2013, suggesting that Tito's handmade claim may be just that. Maybe they like to keep their process a secret. Nothing wrong with that. Also, if they claim one thing and still want to claim it and they're not doing it, they're still going to keep it a secret, right? I did contact them for answers, and they never replied back to me. So I'm going to say they are secretive. I mean, so what is real? Is it pot stills? Is it not? I mean, I can't say whether Titos is using automated processes or not. And as I mentioned, what I can tell you is, it has a lot of mid-eye level shelf space and placement, is mass produced, meets its demand, and has a lot of product placement in TV and film. I guess they are secretive about everything. And nothing wrong with that, because think about it. If you owned a vodka company and how you distilled it, you may necessarily not want to share how you process it, especially if it's doing really well. And it tastes good. I enjoy Titos, and I suggest if you haven't, give it a shot. And if you're a dog person, it's a must. And I feel that this vodka is good to have in your bar as your regular vodka, because it's great to drink straight and to mix. I don't really believe in buying a vodka that you use to mix and you have another vodka to drink straight. I just believe in having a vodka that you like and keep that on hand. And it makes a great gift to someone who is open-minded about vodka and hasn't tried it. And it's definitely a party favorite, if you have it set up at the bar section when you're having a party. And that's what I have to say about Tito's Vodka. I'm Raquel Richards. Thanks for sipping with me on What Are You Drinking? Check out our socials on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, and Pinterest. You can find those in the podcast notes. And drink responsibly. Until next time, cheers.